Good evening, welcome to the Talking Reds. It is Champions League night and it is bonfire night. So if you hear any fireworks around, then I do apologise. If it does disturb you, turn your TV down a little bit. I can't help what's going on at the moment. But happy bonfire night, happy Champions League night. Big games and fireworks going off in tonight's Champions League regarding Liverpool because there's a massive, massive game tonight against Bayer Leverkusen. This is your match preview for the game as well. Xabi Alonso returns to Anfield. We thought he was going to return in the summer. This late return, could it be even... It could be a scary return, if I'm honest, because this guy is doing bits at Leverkusen. Did obviously won the league last season, unbeaten.
Yep.
He's started okay again this season. He's not doing as good, but he's still doing bits, like I said at the beginning. Harmony.
Because they're sitting in fourth.
They're doing all right, yeah. They are behind Frankfurt, Leipzig, and Bayern. And they started well in Champions League, sixth in the Champions League. Not lost again. They've won 2 games out of 3, drawing against Brest away, beat Milan and Feyenoord as well in the process. So they have started all right. Not as amazing as the last season, but they have started all right, and they're still looking quite formidable in terms of not getting beaten. They're hard to beat. So tonight's game is going to be an absolutely interesting one. It's going to be a tactical one, I think. That is why I've got Arne Slot and Xabi Alonso in the thumbnail, because I think this is about them two tonight. Arne, are you excited? Yep. Are you nervous?
Yeah. I'm excited. I feel like we haven't faced a team like this in terms of the formation, in terms of the playing style in the Premier League. So, and I want to see how we kind of fare with the tactics of Xabi Alonso and the playing style, how they play. They're so front-footed and they love keeping possession as well. So, yeah, I want to see how Slot kind of adjusts his tactics against this team, and let's see how he gets on.
I mean, on Saturday against Brighton, I think they're quite similar teams in terms of keeping the ball, and then we had warnings in that first half. That first half we were shocking, and Brighton pretty much dominating the match. Does that worry going into tonight? Because obviously we've got a better team against us tonight.
Yeah, I think it doesn't worry me too much because that Brighton game, you got to remember we played Brighton twice that week, so it's kind of difficult going into a game coming up with a different tactic with a team you recently just played. You know what I mean? So yeah. So and you got to understand as well, there was also different players on the pitch, so it wasn't the same players that were on the pitch. So yeah, we always knew that Brighton was going to play better because they weren't really playing their first team. I think Matoma was missing. Welbeck wasn't really playing. I don't think so. In the first time we played them, and they had like a 16-year-old goalkeeper. I don't know who the goalkeeper was, but it wasn't their goalkeeper that played on.
Yeah.
So so you can kind of see that happening, but in terms of how they broke us down, in terms of how they exposed our midfield and the press, that does worry me. But at the same time, it is like I understand why it was so easy for them to break down, because our press was not great. You know what I mean? The way we were pressing them, the way we closed them down, it was not great. It wasn't doing it as a unit. It was almost as that one person will press, and then if they don't, so it wasn't as a unit. So I can see why they broke us down, but at the same time, it is kind of concerning to see how Brighton actually exposed that midfield. So the good thing about the manager we have right now is that if he sees something that's wrong, he does
changes it. Yeah, he does. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So that kind of brings down the worry that I have about this game, but it's still a worry because you got to understand that was Brighton. This is a better team than Brighton, and they love keeping possession as well, and they're very attacking. They're very forward thinking, because I remember actually looking at their stats this season. In terms of sprints, they got 2,229 sprints this season already. That is a lot.
They're a hard-working team.
So you can kind of see that it's going to be one of those games where if we're not on it, we could be down 2-3.
Punished. Yeah.
So yeah.
I think if we were away, I think we'd be like, I'm happy to take a draw because we're you think under the lights at Anfield, European night, it seems likely that Liverpool should win, and Liverpool should win. Liverpool are favourites to win this, but this isn't no team to mess with. This isn't no manager to mess with. There's a reason why a lot of us wanted Alonso, and pretty much every Liverpool fan wanted Alonso to be manager, because this guy's got this team ticking, and they've got some class players in Boniface. They've got Florian Wirtz. They've got some class players that had happily taken Liverpool. And speaking of Boniface and Wirtz, they are both joint top goal scorers this season, both on 7 goals in all competitions. But it's Wirtz that actually is outscoring the striker in Champions League. He's actually got 3 Champions League goals and Boniface only 1 so far. Yep. Who is the player that you're worried about tonight? Is it Wirtz, or is it a chance like Boniface to have a chance? You know, it's a bit more clinical than in terms of our striker, in terms of Nunes.
I think it's definitely how do you pronounce his name? Florian Wirtz. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely him because he's the guy that gets them ticking. You know what I mean? He's the playmaker. He's the guy that links everything together. And it's kind of like everybody will keep the ball, and then you give the ball to him to do the final stage to kind of finish it off. He's their playmaker. He's literally their talisman. So he's the guy that I'll be watching out for. And he's the guy that I want Gravenberch or Szoboszlai to kind of, as soon as he gets the ball, straight on him. Don't give him time to turn or to look up to play the ball and move. You got to be on him straight away, because if you give him space and you give him time, you can clearly see this boy has the talent to really exploit our midfield and our defense as well. And he's like a kind of guy that I would love to have at Liverpool. Like if we had him at Liverpool playing where Szoboszlai is playing, oh my day, it will be different for us. But anyways, that's a whole different situation. But yeah, that'll be a whole that's a different.
I get it though. I get it completely. I get that completely.
He's so good.
Yeah,
but you know, you never know. He might be one for the future if Liverpool actually decides to do something major, because he's not.
You think we're gonna spend money on him? Unless we get a wage bill down, as some people want.
I don't.
Free players leaving.
I'm not gonna get my hopes up in it. I'm not gonna get my hopes up on that one. But you know, it's just a dream that it could happen. You never know. But he's the guy that I feel like we should definitely keep an eye on in terms of this game, because if he gets going, then that team gets going. And also, you also got to remember the fullbacks where they have Frimpong, and who else is there? Who's the other guy that plays on the right hand side?
Hincapi sometimes plays on the left.
No, he plays the centre back, but
centre, but he sometimes plays on left as well. He's been playing on left.
Yeah, so is Frimpong and someone else. I can't remember the guy's name now.
I can't think who's at left back, to be honest. I can't think who's at left back. I know you're on about that. I do know you're on about, but I can't think of his name.
So I feel like them two also going to be dangerous as well, because they're overlapping runs and they're deep runs that they make, running either into the box or out in the wings to give them the width. They can be dangerous as well. So I feel like they have players there that, you know, that can do a lot of damage to us. But I also feel like we do have the ability to kind of nullify them and stop them from doing that. But it's only if we're actually on it from minute 1, putting them under pressure and controlling the game. If we have more of the possession, then I feel like we'll win. But if it's one of those games where it's like 50-50, they have the ball, we have the ball, then I feel like it's not going to be beneficial for us, because you got to remember that we just came out of a strong, difficult game against Brighton. You know what I mean? We don't want to be running around every single time. That's not something that Arne Slot wants. He doesn't want it to be a back and forth game. He wants it to be controlled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like the more and more we keep the ball and we dictate the play and we have control that midfield, we will have so much of a stronger chance to win that game, because you got to understand they're a very attacking team, so their fullbacks always go forward, and that leaves a lot of space in behind for Salah and Diaz to really exploit that and get at their centre midfielders. So
that's why we need to go down the wings. We need to really attack the wings tonight, and I think even Darwin Núñez coming out wide a little bit just to throw the defense off, centre back off a little bit and bring Salah and Diaz inside. I think that's Núñez seems to be better at doing that. It cuts off the defender, comes out wide, and it allows the space inside for Salah. And I think he should do a little bit more of that tonight. Regarding Wirtz as well, is what scares me is the fact that we haven't got that major DM. I know Gravenberch and McAllister sort of interchanging there, and they're doing a good job for the most part. But that DM where Wirtz is going to be playing and coming inside, we can't allow to give him that space. Like you said at the beginning, we can't allow us to give him that space. If he has that space, he can open us up quite easily. Yeah,
100%.
It's a big night for Gravenberch and McAllister to put in some
really
effort
shut
tonight.
him down. Yeah, to really shut him down. And I'm even looking at their stats again in terms of invert runs, 6,469. So they're lost to make their inverted runs. So you can tell that he's going as soon as Wirtz receives that ball. Yeah, he's either looking at their players cutting in or he's gonna probably. That means so it's gonna be one of those games where we have to be on it. Trent has to be on it. If Robertson's playing or Tsimikas, they have to be on it. Virgil, especially Konate, because he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna play or if it's gonna be Joe Gomez because obviously he's just come back from injury. Obviously, it's not serious, but still, you want to be a bit you gotta have a bit of precaution when it comes to Konate because you know how his injury records are. So it's kind of touch and go with him. But if he is gonna play, then you know Trent's gonna bomb forward and he's gonna leave a massive space in behind. Which Verse himself, he can go out there and play out there, or you have Frimpong running across, trying to cut in against Konate. So that's gonna be another place where Konate has to be on point. You know what I mean? Because if he's not on it, then you know that right hand side is going to be very, very open because Trent's going to bomb forward. Konate's going to have to cover. That's going to bring Van Dijk into the middle. That means Robertson will have to drag in as well. So it's going to be a very, very tactical game.
It's a tactical game. It is really a tactical game. This is why I've put Arne Slot and Xabi Alonso on the front cover on the thumbnail because I think this game tonight is about them two, about who's going to outdo each other tactically. Mm-hmm. I think both teams have got world class players, very 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 good players. So I think it just comes out. Luckily for us, though, before we do move on to what Leipzig's form, please make sure you like. The likes there, subscribe button's over there somewhere. There it is up there. I say, but it's down here if you want to click it. But please make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. And get your notification bells on as well. We're live after tonight's game as well for match reaction. So I think Stu's hosting tonight for the match reaction. So make sure you notification bells on because we are live straight after the match at about 10 o'clock. Leipzig's form, obviously, they've hit a little bit of a patch. They've won one game in the last four matches. One match in the last four matches they've won, and that was a cup game against Elversberg. So it's a direct win, easily win. But they drew home to Stuttgart on Saturday. They absolutely battered Stuttgart, by the way, on Saturday. I kept an eye on it, and they absolutely battered them. But they couldn't find the way. Finished 0-0. They drew away to Werder Bremen 2-2 a couple of weeks ago, and then they drew away to Brest in the Champions League as well. So they've hit a slight, small patch in terms of getting the job done from draws to wins. Is that an opportunity for us to capitalise on that?
100%. Because their form has not been great. Like you said, they've only won one of their last three games.
4 games, yeah.
What 4 games? I'm just looking at it here. It's only 3 for me, but 4 games, and you can clearly see that all of their games have pretty much been the last 4 games have been tight. Even the game they won, they only won it 2-1. The last game that they drew was 2-2, and the other one was 0-0. So it kind of also shows that they don't really concede a lot of goals.
They don't. No.
You know what I mean? They don't really give teams a lot of chances to really break them down and open them up. So that's why it's going to be a very, very cagey game for us. So we got to be, like I said, I'm going to keep repeating it. We have to be on it from the first whistle to the last whistle because we cannot give these guys time or space to really dictate the game. Because if they do dictate the game, they can hurt us. And if you thought what Brighton did to us in the first half was bad, what these guys will do to us...
These guys can do better, yeah.
It will be even worse. So that's why I keep emphasizing that we have to be on it. The first whistle, we have to be on it, and we have to be awake and lively. And but just to go back to your question, I think we should take an advantage in terms of how they're playing right now. They're clearly not scoring that many goals. They're not winning. Their attack has not really seen that many, chances to really exploit the way like they did last season. So it is one of those ones where they're coming into this game with low confidence. So if we actually start the game well, we put them under pressure, we're on it, we're constantly attacking them, we're controlling the game. They're not getting.
We can win the game in the first 30 minutes in terms of mentally.
Mentally, they'll be out of the game. Mentally, they'll be out of the game, especially with that Anfield crowd, loud. You know what I mean? The way we are in the Champions League night, then that's going to really take them off the game because they've never been to a stadium like Anfield. Let's be honest. Like in Champions League night, there's no stadium better than Anfield.
Xabi is the perfect person to tell them that, though.
Yeah, they'll tell them that as well. So they will know what to expect, but until you actually experience it doesn't. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how many times I can tell you. Running for the bus when you've eaten, it's really bad for you, because you get stitched. You'll be like, yes, it sounds bad, but until you experience
it, you feel that stitch,
you know what I mean? You'll never get it. You know what I mean? So
So being kicked in the gut.
Yeah, honestly, it's the worst feeling ever. One of the worst feelings ever. But I should say, so I feel like that all of those factors can really, really swing the momentum and the game to us. That's only if we're really on it in the first minute and we're putting them under pressure. We got possession, we're keeping the ball, we're moving it around. We got a couple shots on goal, and every time they have the ball, we take it back and we we recycle it, we start all over again. If we can do that, this game can be we can easily win this game. But if we don't, and we allow them to get into the game, and the Anfield crowd, you know how and sometimes when we ain't got the ball, we haven't kept the ball for a very long time, the crowd kind of goes quiet and everything. It can bring a bit of a nervous feeling around the stadium, and you can kind of see it. The players as well are feeling that nervousness from the crowd, and they feed off that as well. So that can be dangerous for us. But yeah, let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens.
So I was wondering why I was just looking up there.
Yeah,
what the hell just happened there? I swear fireworks just landed on my conservatory roof because that was a bang. I heard the bang of the firework, but then it sounded like something landed on the roof. That's the only thing I can think of. That like fireworks in the air. Fucking hell. Yeah. Anyway, they've only lost once this season, though. They've hit a little bit of patch of bad form, but they have only lost once this season, and it was at home to Leipzig. So I think us playing Leipzig is probably a good thing to measure upon right now in terms of what to expect tonight.
Yeah,
Leipzig really troubled us that second half, especially we hung on in the end. Kelleher made a couple of class saves in that game. We literally hung on to that game. Mm-hmm. It could easily be quite similar tonight. If we can't be on it for the full game, we could easily get a draw or a loss at the end of it. Because, like I said, I think we got away with it with Leipzig. We were on it for like a bit part, and then got the lead. But when they were all over us, we sort of relied on Kelleher and his defence to bail us out a little bit.
Bail us out, yep.
And we can't keep doing that. And I don't want that to happen tonight. Because if that happens tonight, Leverkusen have got likes of Wirtz and Boniface that can score out of nothing.
Well, exactly. Yeah, it's true.
Who's key for us tonight? Also, we said Wirtz for Leverkusen. Who do you think is key for us?
In terms of Liverpool,
is it the king? Is it the king again?
Yes, Salah has to be on it. Gravenberch has to be on it. Nunes has to just be a nuisance to those defenders. Honestly, he just has to be a nuisance.
If he isn't scoring, it needs to be a big part in terms of the way the play is made. Mm-hmm. Like I said, even if he's just diverting runs to allow space for everyone else, it needs to be big in that as well.
Yeah, he just needs to be a nuisance. If he ain't scoring, if he's not involved in the games in terms of shots, in terms of making those runs in behind, he just needs to make sure that he diverts their attention. He takes all the attention away from Salah and Diaz.
Yeah.
Just make himself present where the defenders know, or damn, like we gotta keep an eye on him. But really and truly, the real danger is coming out from the width. So yeah, that guy. I feel if Szoboszlai starting, he needs to be on it. Like, yes, I know defensively this guy's brilliant. You can't, when it comes to defensively and his work rate, you can't question it. It's just that final decision, that final pass. He kind of has that Jones syndrome where he holds onto the ball for a bit too long. But that split second of pass where he could have played it, but he held it for too long, and then the spaces were covered, or a defender comes close and takes the ball away from him. If he's playing, then he has to really, really be on it. Defensively, I have no worry about him. But when I'm talking about attacking wise in transition, he has to really be on it. And McAllister as well. I think he's going to be key in terms of just keeping the ball, keeping it ticking over. If he's not really involved in the game, you can kind of see the midfield kind of loses his balance. Because yes, Grav is one of those guys that he can dictate the play, but you really want McAllister to really dictate the play. Because he's the guy that has that, he's very press resistant. He can really move the ball as well. So,
and McAllister's better passer. McAllister's better passer than Gravenberch. Gravenberch's better more of a driver from midfield, dribbler.
Yeah. So I feel like that all our midfield has to be on it, and obviously Salah, and another person that I feel like not a lot of people are going to mention is Trent. If Trent is not on it today, that's going to be a massive, massive problem on the right hand side for us. If his passes are not on point, if his movement is not on point, if his tracking back is not on point, it's going to be a lot of work for. If it's going to be Konate or if it's going to be Gomez, it's going to be a lot of work for them because they'll have to cover that right hand side when he bombs on forward or when he inverts into the midfield as well. So he's another guy that you got to really, hope that he's really on it.
With the space that Wirtz might have, what I worry about is the runs in behind for Boniface and the runs in behind for the other players, because the one-on-one situation, we don't really see Kelleher much one-on-one. You know, Alisson Becker's the best one-on-one keeper in the world. It's the one-on-one situation where is a proper clinical strikers against Kelleher might have the better of him.
Yeah.
More so than Alisson.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But I feel like I have confidence in Kelleher in, delivering those saves and, kind of stepping up. I have confidence that VVD will be able to handle Boniface. Also Kanate as well. I think that physically they're stronger than him, so he can't muscle them off the ball or put his presence, because I feel like they're stronger than him. So I'm not too worried about them guys there, but what I'm really worried about is that right hand side, because Kanate is going to have to cover a lot of ground, or Gomez is going to have to cover a lot of ground trying to cover that right hand side when Trent inverts or he bombs on forward, and he can't be asked to drop back, or follow the runner. So that's where I'm kind of concerned. And also on midfield, like I said, that if they're not on it and they're allowing Wirtz to kind of control the game and running the game in through the midfield, we have a big problem there. We'll have a massive problem.
So it's 10 minutes until pretty much the team news comes out about 7 o'clock usually. So it's 8 o'clock kickoff. So it's about 7 o'clock the team news comes out. Before you do that, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, always like this video, subscribe to the channel, because we've only got 14 subscribers so far, but it's only been 2 weeks old. So it's brand new, but we're going to try to make daily content for you guys, and exciting content as well, and different kind of content as much as what other channels might put out. So the same boring news all the time. We want to put different content out for you guys at home. Whether you're a Liverpool fan or a Rival fan, you'll enjoy this channel. I'm absolutely certain. So team news coming out in about 10 minutes. Do you expect Szoboszlai to play? Do you think Jones is going to take that position right now? Especially after Saturday again.
I think when Jones plays, I feel like he's best when he's playing that McAllister role. You know what I mean? I don't think he's, in terms of his back against the goal, away from the goal. It's kind of, I don't feel like that's his strong suit. I feel like he's going to be one of those players that likes to
see run.
He sees the whole pitch and he sees the whole, the whole field to kind of see where he can kind of impact the game and where he's needed and where he's not. So I don't think he's gonna. Give me one second. I'm receiving a call here. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
This is breaking news. Breaking team news. Given live timing right now.
Yep.
He's going to find out who is actually playing between Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones.
I wish I had that connection, man. I wish I had that connection. I wish I had no connection. Honestly.
Anything can happen on live stream. Everything can happen on live TV. So if you are watching, it's just what it is, isn't it?
The team news has been brought out as well. The team news
has it been brought out?
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Enlighten me now. Enlighten me.
So, give me 1 second. So, let me get it up.
I think this is absolutely key. I think this team news will tell us pretty much how we're going to play tonight. I think Gomez starts, because I don't think Kanate, obviously, is fit for tonight. I just don't think he'll risk him. This is my guess on. This is live team news, by the way. So if you are watching live, you are getting proper live team news of Liverpool right now. Is it proper confirmed lined up?
So I can't get up. Can you get up on your screen?
No, it'll go off. I'm on the phone. You see. Can you get a live score? Live score got it. Twitter got it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it up, but my internet's kind of acting up right now. Damn. Okay. It's kind of okay. I can see the Liverpool lineup. Give me a second, so I can tell you the Liverpool lineup now. Liverpool lineup is Kelleher, obviously. Trent, Kanate is starting.
Wow.
Yep, Kanate is starting.
Kanate starts. Okay.
Yep, VVD, Andrew Robertson. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. Robertson.
I don't either. I just don't think he trusts Tsimikas. I don't think Tsimikas at that level. It's a shame that he isn't. But
yeah,
we should have got a left back. We should have got a left back in something like we all said. So
yeah. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. But
go on midfield.
Midfield is McAllister, Gravenberch, and Szoboszlai. And the attack is the usual attack: Mo,
Salah,
Nunes, and Diaz.
Yes. Right, okay. It's quite an expected lineup, if I'm honest. And it's frustrating because I think Gakpo probably deserves to start. I don't know if it's the Diaz, but I think that them goals, whilst he's hitting form right now, starting in the Champions League, And also, I think Jones deserves to start, if I'm honest.
Yeah, 100%.
And then again, Robertson, I think I'd rather play Tsimikas right now in terms of the way Robert's playing. But again, this is why we wanted a left back in thing, because we knew Tsimikas in the level that we need. Like, if we're talking like Robertson, prime Robertson, that's the level we should be getting, or at least looking to get. And Tsimikas won't be that, and it's frustrating. And this is why Slot's like trusting Robertson again. He's got to put his trust in Robertson. He's got to put his trust in Szoboszlai. It's a shame that Ivielet's not back yet, because I think he'd be pushing Szoboszlai for a move. It's a shame about Jones. I think he deserves to start, but at least we've got someone like Jones or Gakpo on the bench if we do need them, because I think we probably will need them tonight. It's going to be a tricky game against a well-drilled side by Xabi Alonso. There's a reason why, like I said, there's a reason why every Liverpool fan wanted Xabi Alonso, because this guy is making this team tick in a serious way. They've lost one game in 2 seasons so far in terms of league, and it shows. It'll show tonight, and I think Leipzig game were hard, and I know they're behind Leipzig in the league. I know they're 4th and Leipzig are second, and they lost to Leipzig in the league. But I think it's going to be a tricky game, and it's at home tonight. I think it's going to be a tricky game in the Leipzig game, and the Leipzig game was trickier.
And it is.
I think this could be trickier.
Yeah. I feel like the only thing I wanted to change. Yeah, like you said, Jones. I wanted Jones to start. I wouldn't have wanted Konate to start, personally.
I'm surprised he's risked him. I'm surprised he's risked him. It can't be that bad then. It can't be hurting at all, really. His arm, whatever.
But you never know. Last minute change could be made. You never know. These things can change. You know.
That'd be a fucking pull out of trade. That'd be someone pulling out of training. It'd be Salah now. Watch this. It'd be Salah now, and you will be clipped up. I promise you now. If this Salah gets injured pre-match, you are getting clipped up and exposed.
No. I'm not talking about injury. I'm talking about just in terms of, like, you never know. He might change his mind. But okay, no, I don't want to play this guy yet. I want to,
I'll let you off.
Yeah.
But I'm still expecting that Salah injury pre-match now.
Oh no. He's not going to. Salah will be touch wood. Salah will be alright.
That'll kill me. That Salah injury.
Yeah.
5 months.
Is AFCON this summer? There is AFCON.
No. I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
Okay, cool. Then that's fine. No worries. Then perfect. I probably would have wanted to change Gomez in there, and then I would have started Jones in the midfield, and I would have changed Diaz for Gakpo. You know what I could have asked you? I would have put Diaz in where Szoboszlai plays, and I'm gonna put Gakpo on the left.
Diaz at 10. Wow.
Yeah.
Not Gakpo at 10.
Nah. I think I don't know if you've seen it the last couple of games where he's played in the 10 role. He actually looked alright there. I can't like.
You could put Diaz on the right and then Salah at the 10 role.
Yeah, but I feel like you lose that kind of what Salah can do on the right hand side in terms of the providing the pass and cutting in and shooting. But I can understand why he'll play Szoboszlai though, because the reason why I stayed earlier on when I said we have to be in control of that midfield, and defensively Szoboszlai is sublime.
It's that work rate they need that work rate tonight. So, like you said earlier about the sprints and the hard work that this Leverkusen team puts in. Yeah. I couldn't understand the Szoboszlai thing, because the hard work he does put in might be key tonight in getting that win tonight. Might be absolutely key.
Exactly. So I can understand it, but like I said, I would have changed it. But at the same time, I get why he's gone with the team that he's gone for.
So it is about an hour until kickoff. If you're at Anfield, I hope you enjoy the match. It's going to be an absolute special match tonight with Xabi Alonso returning to Liverpool. Definitely one for those to tell your grandchildren when you get older. This game tonight and the memories. I expect it to be a close tactical game between two of the best managers in the world, the best tacticians in the world as well. I'm hopeful that we win, but again, I'm not fully like, we're definitely going to win tonight. What if you are having a prediction? What's your prediction tonight? I'll go mine. I'm going.
Yeah, 1-1. You give yours first.
I'm going 1-1.
Okay.
I think if we do win, it will be a score victory. I think it'll be like 2-1, but I'm going to go
1-1. I'll say 2-1 Liverpool. I think we'll have just enough to kind of
Yeah. Just them class players that we've got. Yeah.
Class player, or among the magic from Salah or Diaz does something, or so, or Gakpo comes off the bench and he produces something. But I can also see a 1-0 Liverpool.
It's gonna be one of them games.
It's gonna be
you know what?
Game.
Because there's 8 games in the Champions League, it's not as. I don't feel as nervous or like worried about anything, because even if we lost tonight, it's not the end of the world.
No,
I know we could lose to Real Madrid, and then it's sort of all up in the air a little bit. But a draw tonight is not the end of the world. I'd be mad at a loss. Don't get me wrong. I'd be fuming. I can't stand losing. But in the greater schemes of things, I think we're top of the league, top of the Champions League, 9 points from 9, 3 wins from 3.
Yeah.
Going into Madrid next with 10 points or 12 points is perfect. So.
Yeah, I think if we win this game, and let's just say we're
pretty much through. I think
we're pretty much through. I
think
if we win this game, we're guaranteed through. 100% going guaranteed through. And if we draw them, we win. Let's say we win this game, we draw the Madrid game, and then what's our next couple of games after that? Let me see.
In the Champions League.
Champions League wise, so
I think we've got PSV. Sometimes we've got PSV. I haven't looked at the fixtures of the Champions League since it actually came out. We've got PSV. I'm sure we've got PSV in the Champions League. Sure we have. Going back. So yeah, if you've got a prediction as well at home, if you're watching live now, put your prediction in the chat, put your prediction in the comments below. I want to see some interaction in these comments. I want to see what you think about Liverpool right now, what you think about Liverpool under Arne Slot. Do you think we can win the Champions League, by the way? Do you think we can win it again? Can we make it 7? Do you think we can win the league this year, make it 20? It's a very, very good stuff, Arne Slot. So, have you got the fixtures for the Champions League?
Yeah, so we got Leo. The last 2 games was PSV and Leo.
Yeah, I thought we had PSV, yeah. Right,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the third one, but I just can't see it. But those are the last 2 games. So I think even if we draw against, let's say we draw against Real Madrid.
Leipzig. That's Leverkusen, sorry.
Yeah, so we win. We win against Leipzig and we draw against Real Madrid.
Leverkusen, yeah.
No, we win against Leipzig.
Leverkusen.
I keep saying Leipzig. I don't want to say Leipzig, but yeah, Leverkusen, and we draw against Madrid. We only need 1 more win.
Yeah, we're through. We're through. We can't get a point out of fucking Lille, PSV, and the other one.
Yeah.
Is it Salzburg? We've got Salzburg. No, we ain't got Salzburg. No, Salzburg.
I'm trying to find the third one.
I remember about Salzburg. We've got Pep Linders. But yeah, PSV are an open team. Lille, not an open team, but they should be easy to beat. I think we're through anyway. I don't think, like I said, I don't think tonight and Real Madrid game will have a massive impact. I think we'll win the games against PSV and Lille.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I hope if you're out of the game or not at the game, I hope you enjoy the night and hope it ends on a Liverpool win. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thanks, Arne, for joining me. Like I said, we are live again after the game, about 10 o'clock. Just about after the game. Live match reaction between. I think Stu's coming on. I think another couple of guests are coming on as well. Make sure you get your notification bells on now. So it will tell you when we are live. It will tell you when we have posted something as well. Daily content, daily exciting, great content as well. Arne has been part of the video as well, and he enjoyed it. I want you guys to enjoy everything that we do, whether it just be live previews or match reactions. But we've got Twitter reactions, we've got tweet reactions, we've got media reactions, we've got stats, we've got talking stats coming again this week. Thursday we've got talking rivals. I've got some rivals coming on from other fan bases to talk about their journeys and their ups and downs right now and how they see themselves in the title race for Liverpool. Thank you for joining tonight and come on the Reds.